So, is that the most amusing / funny thing that happened this week?
The UI?
Probably.
Okay.
I think if we could get Not to come in and talk about his experiences with the Cerberus tramp stamp and the thong.
Wait a minute. I need to hear all these stories.
Yeah, I haven't even heard this.
Well, it hasn't happened in reality yet, but we've fleshed it out pretty well last night.
People were sleep deprived and came up with Not, since he lives close to the studio, bring beer to the developers wearing a Cerberus thong with a Cerberus tramp stamp, and had to seductively bend over. But he had to move his cape aside as well, because they were going to make him a Cerberus cape to wear as he's doing all of this.
But it was just going to say Urbaru.
Instead, he'll just say Urbaru. Which, all of that, it's like a million inside... Well, it's basically 2 inside jokes, I guess, just within our own community. I don't know if that will be needed.
I think that'll be the most informative part of the podcast. What we need to do is just explaining where the hell all of the inside jokes come from. A Cerberus dictionary. Just each episode will explain something.
Sounds good.
Should I pretend to be somebody who doesn't know anything about Cerberus?
That is already true.
Portrayal.
No acting required.
Anyway.
Very bad idea to eat burritos at your computer desk. I now have cheese and salsa all over my keyboard.
That is unfortunate.
Your keyboard is considerably more delicious than it was a minute ago.
Oh my god.
I was on breasts. I would have ate that.
Whoa.
There's still a distinct possibility that will happen.
That sounds like a good time.
As long as they're
That's
an
what we
open
should
mic.
include in the cast. That'll get people listening.
Yeah.
That turns it into the Howard Stern show.
And perky.
Very true. Then is the Howard Stern podcast, but with more video game. Can we even talk about the Battlefield 3 Alpha? I mean,
yeah, there's no DCE.
There's no NDA.
NDA.
If there is, it's not being enforced by anyone, and I don't think, like, unless we're just sitting here like, man, that game is terrible. Man, I hate it. It's all consolified. Then I don't think they'd have a problem with it. Which is a big reason why in the thread I was like, we should have someone on to talk about the alpha. As long as it's not alien.
I'll talk about that.
I don't like snipers.
I don't think anyone else. Did anyone else that's in it play it?
I unfortunately did not get to play it.
Okay, well then that's fine on there. I don't know. For some reason I started hating on Bad Company 2 a lot. I'm not 100% sure why. So when I got the alpha invite, I wasn't like super excited. But I mean,
so basically, what you're trying to say is the only person who really wanted to play Battlefield 3 did not get an alpha key.
Exactly what I'm saying, and I did not give it to you out of spite.
You monster!
I only had it for 3 days, man. But anyways, the things that I thought was cool, was like the best, was the addition of you could see your arms. I know this sounds stupid, but you could see your arms when you went prone or like vaulted over something. You could see your legs go out and your arms grab onto it and shit. I thought that was pretty damn cool. It's simple, but it's little things. And then the addition of the suppression mechanic. You don't only have to. I thought it was just you could only do it with LMGs, but you can shoot around someone and you can maybe hit them once or just hit around them with whatever gun, and their screen starts to get messed up, and it gets pretty annoying if it's held there for long enough. And if they get killed, you get a suppression assist, and you also get points while you're suppressing as well. So I mean, if you suck, you can still get points.
I am very excited by the suppression stuff because I feel like in Bad Company 2, I'm just shooting my machine gun the entire time, and I was okay. Well, it doesn't really affect me if I'm running away.
Well, they kind of had a little bit of that with explosives in Bad Company, at least.
Yeah, they did. But I still felt, if I have an LMG, and the main point of an LMG is to make people like, oh man, there's a lot of bullets coming at me. Maybe I shouldn't run out in the middle of places and do stuff.
Yeah, you get a bipod too that you can deploy. That was a little wonky at the time, though. That
made me so excited. But I imagine I'm going to die a lot just because I'm like, oh man, I'm going to deploy my bipod and it's going to take 5 seconds to put away. I'm going to be knifed.
Said the same shit.
You just have to worry about playing with Lamira.
Also,
that's not something I'm going to do.
You can't suppress people if you don't have a head.
Well, you will be able to see the lens flare though. if he's looking in your direction, I believe.
It's the last
blinking light.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'm gonna see if I'm playing against Lamira.
I also didn't see as much rocket whoring while I was playing though. People didn't seem to be doing that.
How about the noob tube?
There's a little, but it wasn't too bad.
Isn't there a really good thing with the graphics now? Isn't there like lots of shadowy lights and whatnot?
I think a lot of the advanced things were turned off for the alpha. I think they may have just been testing. They mostly just wanted to test the Origins deal in general,
which is kind of bad.
We all say it's bad, but I mean it's all right. It's just an annoying another layer to go through.
Yeah, I think it's bad because we're all lazy. Is the main problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, people have been complaining about, oh, I hate launching games from a browser, but I mean, ultimately, Steam is just its own browser. Like, it's just a web page that you're on. It just happens to have its own executable file and its own personal browser. I think Origins might get that eventually, and it'd essentially be the same.
I think it's just more crap to install.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to install it for some reason, even though it's basically just a web browser, which was...
Ultimately, I think it's not about if this is a new thing or if it's better. It's more just people being reactionary and lazy, which I'm all aboard on that boat. But
well, I mean, EA is made out to be, me included, as evil a lot of the time. I mean,
because it doesn't have Gabe Newell leading it.
Who the fuck is Gabe Newell?
I see.
Are you serious?
Who's?
I will come over there.
Yeah.
And take off my clothes. What?
Well,
I forgot what we were talking about.
We might as well get to that point now. Gabe Newell is the guy who I imagine, I don't know all that much about him. He invented Valve and he invented Steam all by himself.
Yeah, with the, the standard picture of a really fat guy, like sitting on a chair, bending over to grab a DVD, and it's like, why Gabe Newell invented Steam?
Okay. Well, 10 years from now, will we see a movie about how he actually stole the idea from somebody?
I hope so.
A super. Nice. He turns into a super. Yeah? Eh?
I like it.
Only if it has a much fatter Jesse Eisenberg in it.
It still has to be Jesse Eisenberg.
Instead of going to clubs, where would they go instead of the club to talk business?
They go to Starbucks.
No, you're gonna go to
conventions.
He's gonna get a double bacon cheeseburger, as all fat guys get, like myself.
Because they're good. That's just un-American.
To not like them, or
that is just un-American to not like cheeseburgers.
I'm a cheeseburger connoisseur. Going off topic.
Connoisseur.
No.
Cheeseburgers are delicious.
Nice.
I have eaten every type of cheeseburger except a 6-pound hamburger.
The deadliest kind of cheeseburger.
Oh my god.
The cheeseburger.
Krinje actually eaten a 1-pound hamburger before by himself.
And finished it?
Yes. It is not that much. It is not that much.
Yeah,
And
it's a place called
skinny little
Fuddruckers in
fuck.
Massachusetts.
He is a
pretty
skinny
good
fuck.
stuff.
The Fuddruckers down here, a lot of them closed, which was unfortunate.
They ran out of cows.
No more cows in Texas anymore. Fat ass.
Damn. Well,
Cringe.
You should probably talk
I'd
about
say
all the
American.
steers, so we had to start killing the queers.
oh god.
Whoa.
That's
We
just
make
mean.
fine
Whoa.
patties, sir.
That was over the line.
Do make fine patties.
The tenderest of all meats.
I
But
can pack my meat any day.
basically, where I am, I can put you on the checklist. Basically, where I am, they have this 6-pound burger, and it's like, okay, well, if you eat it, you don't have to pay for it, but it's $30, so it's sort of a big investment. Because I'm poor, so $30 seems like a lot of money to me. So I gotta prepare myself.
Do it for your birthday, or get get super high first.
I'm gonna do it at CerbCon. I'm gonna have them make one and then pack it up and bring it there and make everybody puke from my disgusting eating habits of 6-pound burgers.
That'd be kind of entertaining.
I think we'll
Would
be
it
pretty
be-
distracted
Would it be
if CerbCom
sexy?
ever actually happens.
Sexy, no, but entertaining, yes.
You don't like a man who can handle meat?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh
We've
yeah.
been talking
This
about
podcast is
cheeseburgers.
now about cheeseburgers.
Hey.
Go.
You know what?
If-
It can be about anything.
If this
It's
is a
true.
cheeseburger podcast, I am subscribing, I tell you what.
I mean, the ones that you linked, Flanlord, it was like 90 minutes, and they were just talking about some
Everything.
random shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of like you want to have a schedule and we want to be able to like cover stuff. Like I think it'd be great if we could actually, cover what we're doing as a community. But at the end of the day, if we can talk about a 6-pound cheeseburger and eating salsa and beans off of Double B, then I think that'll get more interest.
That is so beautiful.
I am totally uninterested, but I think we should hear more about that. See?
Are you a stealth straight? Is that...
Wait, who are you?
I'm sad to report that I have not spilled any of my burrito on my breasts. However, I believe I still have one more burrito left to be made. So there is still hope.
Put the soap on it!
I think there should be updates throughout every podcast about some sort of thing relating. Like, it's a no, you can't eat the same food each time, but the same
it needs
principle.
to get more ridiculous. Oh, I'm eating
Krinje's
sloppy joes now.
Sloppy food.
Yeah, I'm eating
Krinje's
sloppy
mission
joes.
is to make sure that Double B has to take a shower at the end of this.
Cringe unmuted himself, but I don't know what he's about to say.
He's probably
something.
He's getting his hands ready.
Something in this.
That was easy.
Wait,
God damn.
Did it happen?
Wait, did you just call me easy?
I think he did.
I think he did.
Dug the hole.
Sunk my battleship.
Why don't you make up for it by making a burrito for her?
Oh, nice sloppy burrito.
Hot and
Some
spicy.
extra salsa.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
Sour cream.
Guacamole.
Getting a little too into this.
Guacamole.
It's pretty much
That's
par for
true.
the course.
Let's just
Play some video games.
I have an idea for a first sponsor.
What is your idea, Wojo?
Taco Bell.
Oh man, cheesy gordita
Yes.
crunches are so good. Right now,
I do want
you
free
need-
tacos.
you need to go get a cheesy gordita crunch.
Honestly, I would go to Taco Bell just to get their taco sauce. I'm in love with it.
What
Oh,
about
There we go.
Baja
Baja
Blast?
Blast.
I
You
haven't
can-
actually tried that.
Oh, this is the only place you can get it most of the time. Like
I heard.
they
I've
rarely ever
actually
have it at a
never
grocery
seen
store.
that anywhere else.
So there's this one time when I was living in Richardson where our Tom Thumb, it's like Randall's or whatever, had that, and I
You
drank
went
that for
nuts?
like 2 months straight. What is that, by the way? I don't even know what that is. It's really good. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's used on other stuff.
It's their special cream that they get from the back.
From the circus animals? Oh wait, probably strike that.
By which I mean,
Never mind.
do we have any more news to talk about? Because I feel like our news section has.
We have a lot we could talk about. I think we can just like every once in a while we're like, wow, we've gone way too far, and then we'll just sort of
Yeah.
inject like, oh, by the way, mandates, and then go over that
try
and
and
just
bring
go too
ourselves
far
back
again.
a little
That
bit
was the
before we go
mandate.
way off track again.
You should do some sort of transition that says like 2 hours later.
We had a decent turnout. Like I think 10 people showed up, and then after the boot camp scenes, we just sort of started trailing off. People started going to sleep, and
It's the best
Gotcha.
part.
In all honesty, that is the best part
That's
of the movie.
the best part.
so-
I mean, it turns like a separate movie almost whenever it gets
Really
past
does.
that. It's Full Metal
180.
Jacket, by the way, if you're wondering.
We watched
Shaun
Full
of the
Metal.
Dead was much
I
better,
think-
I think.
Yeah, I think it just depends on movie selection because it seemed like, oh man, everybody
Well,
really loves Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. Well, the way we are, as far as like watching it together with commentary and stuff, it's so much easier to get along with each other when we're watching something
As
kinda
opposed
like comedy.
to when you're watching Animal Mother shoot at people. I love Adam Baldwin.
I would have been there, but
All I could think
need some internet repairs.
Yep. Did
I
you
fell
know that
asleep.
he's not at all related to the Baldwins?
Really?
Yeah, it's just a common surname. Which, if I was famous, I imagine I would just get sick of all the questions.
Do we need to get like one of those talking balls or whatever?
We do.
How
And we
are
need to pass it around in our
Talking
mouths.
stick.
How
I
would we
don't want
pass
to be in
that?
therapy again.
In our mouths.
Have you ever played the Pass the Melon?
Oh, I've played that. I don't know.
That-
Don't know what
That
you're
is a
talking
good
about.
game.
You're such a stealth straight, and you're not disguising it very well.
Does
What
not
is
have
Pass
to
the
be
Melon?
played co-ed. Basically, you get some sort of like round fruit or melon or whatever, and you hold it with your neck, and then you pass it around to other people with their necks, no arms allowed.
I
This is
think
one of
that
the
should be
weird
called
things.
Pretend You Have a
things that I
Goiter.
learned when back when they still had like the LAN dens and whatnot, where you go into a dark room with a bunch of men for 20 hours and play video games.
And only God knows what happens.
How old are you, Flanlord? What the hell?
That
Old enough to remember that stuff.
that is a
Most of them
mystery.
were.
It's not that long ago.
I'm pretty sure it's just Flanlord being eternal.
No, I'm
Oh
20.
yeah, I remember when Napoleon.
Hey, you will call him Bonaparte.
blown apart because he got
No,
shot,
you will
I think.
call him Emperor.
I'll call him Freedom Napoleon, because I don't like saying French. I want to get back to talking about Adam Baldwin and how great Firefly is. Never seen it.
Well, we already covered that discussion
man.
point.
I think it's time to be, nerdgasmed over. It's gone. I think it's enough time has passed to where now it's just in the gigantic nerd lexicon, and
Blasphemy.
it's no longer needed to fawn
Blasphemy.
over it anymore.
You son of
It
a
was
bitch.
a while back ago.
It was a while
Just be
back
glad.
ago.
Be glad it was short-lived enough to stay amazing. If you gave that show another 2 seasons, they would have run out of shit to do really quickly.
Also, as I found out, if you give that show a movie, it just turns to shit anyway.
Why you didn't like the movie?
I didn't
Didn't the
really
movie
like the
come
movie.
first?
No.
No, movie came
No,
after.
the movie came after.
Why
That's
would
after.
Wash die and then be in the TV
Oh.
series?
Oh my god.
Derp.
I've not seen it.
A derp.
Well,
Wow.
spoiler.
Ass.
Wash dies.
Wow.
So does Shepard. Why did
Yeah,
you...
Wow.
just in case
You're the one
anybody
talking-
missed it.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god.
You're talking about how, oh man, Firefly's so old. I assumed you saw the movie, which came
don't
out, I don't
see
know how
every
many years
movie
ago. You wouldn't see the Serenity movie?
I had a reason.
Was the reason I want to wait until Dr. Jacobin ruins it for me back 5 years ago.
I think so.
Well, I think
Sir,
given 5 years,
Betrayal.
it's now, you know that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father, right?
What the fuck?
God damn it! I hadn't
think there's
finished
a
watching
statue.
those.
There's
Spoiler
like,
alert.
yeah, I think it, if it's over 5 years old, you can start revealing secrets about
you
it.
can't just make up rules about stuff.
I just did.
I don't think so.
I don't know
I
if you're
think
just
so.
solidifying your position as the betrayer.
Well, all I could say is Serenity made me very disappointed. And
I wanted to mess with you. I have seen it. You guys are on here. You guys are.
It's like a gigantic porch.
Yes, basically.
I feel left out. You guys were on here the entire fucking
Then
time.
cast
No, I
realizes
just
we've all
secretly.
been playing video games while
Oh my god! I've just been sitting here staring at fucking Mumble.
well,
I'm staring at the
I've been
schedule,
kinda
trying to
looking at
figure
it
out
too.
Forgive
like
me.
when to try to move it along to something else, and you got.
the excuse is I can build and
Oops.
talk. If
See,
you-
this is why Minecraft's such a good game, is because you can do anything while you're playing Minecraft.
If you use VLC, you can put a movie on top of Minecraft in like the upper left-hand corner.
I actually have two 28-inch screens right on top of each other.
And you say you don't have any money? What
Hey,
the
he's talking
fuck?
about like not
I
being able
s-
to
I
afford
spend all my
food
money on useless
Yeah,
shit.
you-
Leave me
that's
alone.
not
Priorities.
useless to have two 28-inch
He shops like a
on top
woman.
of each other. How is that useless at all? That's fucking amazing.
Well, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's not feeding small children, Captain Empathy.
Well,
Fuck them.
Not all small children need
Fuck.
food.
I think you just lost your job.
Fuck them.
You're no longer Captain Empathy. You're Captain Fuck 'em.
Look, empathy is different from I cannot solve the entire world's problems. What I can do is be there for those around me.
It would be
know-
unfair of him to take care
That
of
is
some,
the
but not
definition
all.
of Captain Empathy, sir.
You know who would be able to solve all the world's problems? The real
Alec
Captain
Baldwin?
Empathy. The real.
Who is the real
Empathy.
Captain Empathy?
Probably me.
Captain
No.
Planet?
I don't think a communist can.
He's a hero.
He's not a communist, though.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
not a
fake
real
communist.
It's a fake.
Yeah, he-
Just like I'm
in
fake
fact,
gay.
Again, as I've said many times, he's the only person who has been kicked out of a communist party, so he
That's
is
very true.
he's the least communist
I'm
of
not
all
the
of
only
us.
person. I just wasn't imprisoned or exiled in this situation.
Well, that's how did you didn't really get kicked out in general? And you just lied about it. That's how they kick people out.
Wait. I'm confused. I am an actual communist. I just, taking a break.
What?
Yeah,
you can
you-
take a break from communism?
Don't
I think
they
you can take a
don't
break from
they
political beliefs.
take a break
It's-
from your life if you do that?
Yeah,
It's enforced. It's enforced. It's sort of like a forced break.
So you got kicked out.
Yeah.
So you're busy
In
making
Russia,
Oh,
money
I
in
see
the
what you
meantime?
did. You've
Soviet
somehow
Russia mother breaks
subverted
you.
us. Dude, he somehow subverted us with his communist propaganda into agreeing that he did get kicked out.
You have like 4 nicknames now.
I know. It's closet hetero, stealth hetero.
And
Sounds
none
like
of them-
some sort of boat.
I don't think a single one of
Dr.
them is like
Betrayal.
a good thing. Like
No, it's
they
Well,
all
I-
have
I
negative
don't have-
connotations.
I don't have any recourse. Are you guys really going to call me, hey, my good friend, Dr. Jacobin? I don't think that's ever going to work out for me.
I will. It's secret.
I've put a lot of titles on your signature when I made it, and I don't think I've heard you called by any of them.
Well, I don't think... It's mostly because I
Esquire.
demand to be called by the entire title.
Yeah, you pushed it too much. That's
Speaking
the-
of which, your signatures are awesome.
Yes,
yeah.
they are.
That was easy.
No.
Don't you start.
You take that back.
You spoiled it when you used it like one day. I swear to God, you used it like after every sentence that
Yeah,
anyone
that
said.
was the day where
ever.
I told him if he didn't stop pressing it, then I was going to throw it out the window.
Why
I'm
didn't you
surprised
do
that hasn't happened yet.
You can't make
He
just
stopped
random
using
demands.
it, and someday it'll get hidden, and he will never be able to find it.
Wait,
Just starting them with never eating burritos
Forgive
again.
me.
Just mail it to Doctor. That'll be Doctor's little
oh,
bait for his trap.
So how do
But
I?
then Doctor can use it, and I can't take it away if he's got it.
I won't use it that
That's
much.
true.
I'll insert it
I like to
somewhere and
have the
forget about it.
power of the easy button because I want to abuse it.
Wait, you just want to use it? Is that it?
No, honestly, I just want him to stop,
I'll just go to Staples and get another one.
and I'll
Find,
continue hiding them.
find like another button with like a phrase that
Forgive me.
would like
That was relatively simple.
irk him, and then you can start an arms race with those buttons,
And everyone on Mumble
Yeah.
with you will lose.
and everyone
Well-
loses. It's like mutually assured destruction at that point.
You need to have something that is really disgusting to men, like having Margaret Thatcher say, "Ah, that makes me moist."
Why?
Something.
Margaret Thatcher accomplished a lot of stuff.
That just
Would you have sex with
very
her?
much disturbed me.
She's a powerful woman.
Not anymore, I don't think.
Oh, I mean, in that time, she was a
By the
powerful
way,
woman. I mean, is she
for
still even
Captain-
alive right now? Is she alive?
I
for
believe she
Captain-
is.
For Captain Empathy, you like a lot of Republican/conservative leaders.
Why is it wrong for me to like both sides? I mean, I think everyone's stupid.
Wait, I'm sorry. No, it is perfectly okay for you to.
I just don't like communism because this is America for Americans.
Well, I see.
It's okay to like both sides. I think we all
Oh.
agree.
Eh?
No.
I think you're
Huh?
free to practice communism in the US. You're just gonna have a hard time doing it.
Well, technically, if we really want to get into this, it's illegal for me to practice communism.
How
It just
so?
depends on how much they enforce it. Well, the Sedition Act of World War One, I believe, is still actually going on.
Really?
Yes, so if they wanted to, they could be like, okay, well, you're going to jail. Communists want to take over the government by force, so you're going to jail, sir.
One
I don't think
second.
I've done anything enough to.
Call it something new, like Communism 2.0.
That'll
I think
trick
they'd
'em.
still. I think they'd still get it. It's like, oh wait,
I mean, you're a
communism
different
isn't it?
organization. You never tried to take over the government by force.
Well, I'm glad we've got this recorded.
Ah,
So we can
shit.
call the police and be like, hey,
Ah,
Hey,
you're gonna
this
call-
guy.
you're
Black-
gonna-
it's a
Blackmail.
registered party though. It's nothing is done in secrecy anymore.
Yeah.
well, the Communist Party of America is not a real communist party.
Hamburger.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah,
Nah,
you're like
enough
you're like a
of that.
fucking
Kicked out of his own group.
No.
You're like a vegetarian that gets all up in my face about it. And I'm like,
No,
it's
it's like
fine,
a-
you're
You're
vegetarian.
asking
And
me
then-
about
It's
it.
like
then-
it's like a vegan raging on a vegetarian for eating vegetables or some
and
shit.
then they got kicked out. The vegan high council kicked
Well-
them out of being a vegan.
If you
Yeah.
understand the
Taking a
basics of
vegan break.
communism, you understand the basics of communism, right? Everybody here does. Okay, let's not own property and all that. The Communist Party of the United States is all they do is own property. They own property and they rent property to people because the people who died before who are like, oh man, I'm a communist, I'm going to leave all my property to the Communist Party. They rent that out to people now, and they also say, well, we're moving away from Marxism. We're going to have Sam Webb-ism. So they're not communists. They just have a name that says communist, just like China.
So-
they have McDonald's. So are they communists?
But they don't really have much of an option. If you're going to be in the United States, you can't really just be like, well, we're going to be communists and just not be part of this whole capitalist system because you couldn't actually do much. I think within the bounds of being functional and operational, they're doing about as well as they can.
Not really, because you have groups like the PSL who, while I don't really like their brand of communism, they're still very popular without violating their base ideas of being basically landlords. But that is, I really don't want to turn this into a political thing. I mean, because I could go all day, baby. I could dance all day. And
No.
Lamira, why are you not saying this? Why do you not have your wonderful British voice?
He prefers
He's-
not to be involved.
Well,
For
let me pretend to be Lamira. Hello, governor. You always say you can go all day, but the threats are always idle. I'm like, well,
Shut up,
Lamira.
Lamira.
I
When
don't
it-
agree with that, Lamira. My threats are never idle. They're always they're idle.
You stop clicking.
Yeah.
I'm laying some brick.
Ooh.
This is
Stop it.
interfering
Some
with the
Stop
podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Interfering. That reminds me, Barry. tell me about? I don't know. Actually, don't know anything about the League of Legend tournament. In the officer meetings, I just kind of zoned it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I may have stepped outside for a cigarette a number of times. Go ahead.
Well, so far the tournament's gonna be a knockout style tournament. So if your team loses the game, then you're screwed. We're having $150 worth of Riot points and prizes. The first place team is gonna get $15 of Riot points per player. The timeline we're looking at is, well, I hopefully want to get the registration stuff started by the beginning of next week. And we're going to have about 2 weeks for signups. And then we're going to start, putting them into a bracket and just having the matches. We're hoping that we're going to try and require people to record their matches with the League of Legends replay feature. League of Legends hasn't actually come out with their own replay feature. This is a secondary party, but it works very well. I've heard it's similar to how StarCraft does their replay features. So that's good. And I'm going to be one of the people who is doing casting over those videos. The other caster or casters is unknown at this point. We're going to have tryouts. And then we're going to put them up on the Cerberus YouTube channel so everyone can watch the games like we were actually casting it in the first place.
That is clever and also cool.
Yeah.
I still hate League of
cool.
Legends though. I still hate it.
I know.
Not gonna change that. Hey.
Okay, I think this is as good a time as any. I think for Doktor to go over what is going on in Brotopia.
Very boring things, except in Bumptown. We got a lot of activity down there. The Bumps have somehow recovered from the Great Bumptown Fire and are now working.
Collapse.
Yes, and the collapse of just a big dirt poop that came down. And they're now working on their second story of buildings to cram as many of their children into it as possible. As for me, the foreman of the project, I am laying down some bedrock.
So when I log on a day-to-day basis, I feel like the only thing that I can really do right now is just piss Krinje off by putting cobblestone around his mine carts.
Oh, trust me, that does piss him off.
Do we know when we're going to have... I mean, has there been any word from Notch when 1.8 is going to come out? We're going to have the server opened up more, or...
The only thing I think that came from Notch recently is he's talking about how he's going to make these weird monsters and maybe increase the height capacity. But as for 1.8, I have no idea. As for when the street's going to come on and you can finally make your wonderful buildings, which you can already do in Bumtown, that is actually reliant on Krinje. Because we need...
So it's Krinje's fault?
Ouch.
I'm not saying it's Krinje's fault. I'm giving him as much...
You could put the surface over the damn city.
But I don't know where the train stations are going to go.
You can put the stairs curling down, do it any way you want.
Oh, but I'm confused. I would rather wait for you to get done with the rails. But if you want me to, I could start doing that if you can map out where you
They're underground, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
You can always expand.
Then there will be, but then I will start laying some brick, and you can expect work on the surface to begin ETA about 2020.
Okay.
It's not that slow. Goddamn. There's so much shit in there because I was just gonna go fly around and then just describe what I was looking at because.
Oh god, there's a giant tube.
There's giant and impressive everything. I've seen a lot of Minecraft shit that gets linked. This impresses me. Might be because I know you motherfuckers, but.
And you don't understand how us troglodytes can make something.
Oh my god.
Well, the main thing is I need to ask people about, and I guess we'll take advice from the fellow podcasters we have.
I think the question that I was hoping to have answered, which kind of got answered, was if I just want to play Minecraft, if I want to be on survival server, doing my own shit, whatever, not having to work on Nova Brotopia, when can I log on to the Cerberus server? I think that sounds like that basically depends on Notch and 1.8 and.
Unfortunately,
you can come in and build in Bumtown, which you never explained what it was.
Well,
explain what it is. God
to
damn
explain what Bumtown is, Nova Brotopia is a layered city, and you got the poor people living on the bottom in Bumtown. That's a pretty good explanation, right?
Well, here's maybe another way to frame that question is, if I want to play Minecraft and I log on to the Cerberus server today, what can I do?
Well, there's a lot of
Work
plots.
on the city is what it boils down to.
There's
Is
a
what
lot
you're
of
stuck
plots
doing
open
right
up
now.
in Bumptown. To give you a more adequate ETA, probably Sunday is when people can actually log on and make stuff. I will ensure that there is some sort of leveled area where people can walk around, which would be the 14th.
Yes.
Yeah.
As for description on Bumtown, think of Midgard and Final Fantasy VII, the slums.
That is
Thank you.
exactly what I
Yes.
was envisioning, but such a popular game to envision as far as Minecraft.
All these people know what we're talking
True.
about. Know
Yeah,
what you're talking
But
about.
this isn't modeled after Midgard whatsoever. Didn't we kind of do this one off of Oblivion's Imperial City?
To an extent. The Imperial City didn't really have, I think, a Dark Town type place like in Dragon Age.
It didn't.
It's sort of like it's new. I don't know. It's modeled just off of. I don't know what it's
A
modeled off of.
circle?
I think
Fucking bums.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fucking
It is a
bums.
circle.
We should just call it a spin-off of many great cities.
that's fine.
Of downtown Los Angeles.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of emulation as long as you make it your own, which I think it looks really good. I don't think it's ripped off of blatantly ripped off of anything.
Do we have any events besides the LOL tournament coming up?
More
Do a
and
let's
more
play
lol.
of APB.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
we're doing another Let's Play for APB soon in hopes of getting some more people back into that, because it seems like the other Let's Play events like Battlefield and stuff has sort of divided our player core, and I think the APBers are sort of feeling like they are fewer
It's
than
shit
they
on my
used to
community,
be.
damn it.
The
My
cadre.
community now.
Yeah,
Cadre feels depressed.
That's, I think, one of the bigger news things is I think we have Castle taken over as our in-game guild leader for APB.
I still cannot invite anyone. Cough, cough,
Another brilliant bureaucratic
cough.
Just-
Cerberus event.
Maybe reform
delegate.
it again.
Hint, hint.
I think
should probably
APB
get
is a
that,
lot
like,
better for
take
such
a
a
look at it.
gameplay because we can all be on the same team generally instead of fighting each other. And for some reason in Battlefield 2, I become useless.
Oh yeah, well, were you playing against Lamira at all?
I was going like 2 and 40. Maybe not that bad, but it felt like
That's
it.
pretty
It
bad,
was
man.
pretty depressing.
I think that's
That's a
pretty
yes.
difficult.
You're on the team
But-
against Lamira.
I
That's
just
a
don't like fighting.
possibility.
I don't like fighting against my buddies.
But that
I do.
also makes things like keyboards go flying.
I agree. Well, I never get that ragey. I usually just get salty, I guess, as it was said the
Yeah.
other night.
Oh man.
Did Wojo go angry German kid on us?
I didn't punch it and I didn't cuss in a foreign language, but I did throw my keyboard
Nice.
because it was on my lap.
Oh, well, yeah, the other night, yeah, getting one-shotted every fucking 5 seconds was terrible.
Well, getting spawn killed and not being able to see where you're getting shot from were the two things that got me. Although I'm about as useful as having Ray Charles with a gun.
Too far. Too
Is it?
soon, actually.
That's not
Too
too
far and
soon.
too soon.
He's
No.
been blind for a long time.
Nice.
Wait, isn't he dead? Isn't he dead?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I apologize, Ray Charles.
well. Speaking of that, is any good games come out recently? I don't think so.
The Firefall beta should start on the 27th, 26th,
Yeah.
28th after PAX.
Yeah.
Right
After
on
PAX.
PAX.
And we
I'm
made what?
Pretty excited about that, especially after last
I
night.
am
I mean,
actually really
it was
excited.
it was probably the most awkward thing I've ever heard on Mumble. With like probably 9 minutes out of every 10 minutes where it was just completely silent when we had their UI guy on here. But
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why that got me oddly excited about the game.
Well,
I-
I think the fact that it's willing to do that, even if we're going to say anything, we're just like, yeah, fuck it, let's go for it. I
I
don't
have
like
a
this idea
question.
anymore. I mean, the fact that he's that adventurous, maybe that just kind of bodes well for the team. Maybe. I don't know.
Why should I play Firefall? I mean, besides the obvious fact that
Dude, okay.
Cerberus is playing it. I don't understand.
There
what Firefall
are-
is.
Oh, they said in a recent, in a release that fucking not reposted. He said that the gunplay was gonna be more realistic, unlike APB, Tabula Rasa, and Hellgate. So
But what
I
is
mean
the what is the setting even?
It's I hate to make this comparison, but I think it's going to be completely unavoidable for Firefall. But did you play Global Agenda at all?
I did not.
I was trying to avoid talking about global.
Actually,
warming.
I think it kind of looks a little bit more like Monday Night Combat, honestly.
Yeah.
Third person?
2 to
Yes.
3. Yeah, it's third person. You got your jetpacks. You have some class. I think they've like made official at launch 3 classes.
Yeah,
they're saying they're
there's
going
going to be an
more.
engineer in there too now. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're talking about making more, but it's sort of your
Well, let me
shooter.
ask. Is there going to be cat people?
I don't think so.
You are human. You're a human with a like battle suit on or whatever. And
Are there going to be aliens I can hate?
No. I don't know. I think the best place to look for information on Firefall is you can just go to firefall.com, and it looks like they are a Christian rock band.
Well,
sounds
can
like
I just
they
go
have...
to Wikipedia?
No, I
That
think
good old-
firefall.com would be better.
Oh, but see, if Wikipedia condenses all the information and tells me what to think.
Oh, but you have jetpacks, by the way. I just want to reiterate that.
I'm done. I'm doing it. Buying it right now.
Well, you can't buy it
Jetpacks.
because
Jetpacks
it's
fine.
they're pro-communist. It's going to be free.
Well, that's not inherently communist.
What?
Kind of is.
What?
You can't
Not-
have your
What is
have your
more-
cake and eat it too.
Well, I can if you guys let me explain, you bastards.
No, your cake is free, and you're gonna fucking like it.
No, you need to
Yeah.
work for the cake.
No, you don't.
Why the hell?
They have a lot of promo material. I think basically it's gonna be one of the better MMO/shooter things we've seen coming in a long time. It's obviously going to be free to play, so it's a lot easier to check out than, say, subscribing or whatever for PlanetSide 2 and finding out whether or not that's good. And I think it's going to be... I think it looks really good, but, I remember salivating a lot when I saw the initial promo trailers for GA, and we all kind of remember how that turned out.
What
But it
is-
sounds like...
To be fair, GA wasn't that bad. It was...
Yeah, it wasn't. But I think Firefall is going to be really good, and I think it's also, or obviously it's going to be free to try, and it's looking pretty amazing.
But if I could be devil's advocate, what
No,
do you think about?
You cannot.
I'm doing it right now. Okay. Glove brought up earlier about the whole, since it's
Cheating.
completely free, just like, because APB is if you haven't played it before, it's played by hackers quite a bit. They get banned, they just remake over and over. So I think
ahead. Red 5 though is going to be a little bit more responsible about that than Gamers First.
How do you know, sir?
I don't, other than to say that Gamers First has had a lot of games and a lot of chances to deal with cheaters, and in the long run their thing is, well, they don't hurt our profit margins enough, so we're just going to sort of keep doing what we're doing. Whereas Red 5 is a newer studio, I want to say. And I think that they're going to be a bit smarter and a bit more reactive when the community says, hey, let's get some hardware bans on these douchebags. Then we're going to be like,
their
okay.
first game. It is the first game that they've made.
Yeah, whereas Gamers
remember
First
it.
is just going around, buying bad IPs and being like, hey, we can milk this for some more money before it's totally dead.
Very true. Good point.
I like to say that, but at the end of the day, people are paying subscription services for their hacks and cheats. There's going to be a way around it. I'm kind of hopeful that the game systems also, because it'll either be bigger fights or bigger team fights, won't be as much like APB, where if you have 4 people and 2 of the other players on the enemy team are hacking, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So hopefully it won't matter as much if somebody's just happens to be cheating.
Yeah, we
but
forgot to say that. And it's an open world. I don't think. Do we know the specifics yet, though?
I think
about,
there's instance PvP, but it is open world as well.
Yeah.
Because the videos, it just shows people jetpacking around pretty large ass areas.
Yeah.
Well, one of the videos definitely shows some kind of battleground.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of both.
Is there any plot, or is it sort of just do your own thing?
Some sort of post-apocalypse, I think. I don't know. It sounded very much like it wasn't going to be a plot-driven game.
There is a main campaign that will progress the story.
According
Firefall.
According to Wikipedia, Firefall takes place on Earth set 200 years in the future. New energy sources found. Overuse fucked everything up.
I always find it very interesting that there are so many apocalyptic themed things because people don't know how to write about modern day society. So it's easier to write about things happening in the apocalypse as opposed to
Wait.
Paying your bills.
To answer your earlier question, there is some sort of alien thing, a race calling themselves the Chosen have emerged.
Elitist aliens.
They could be chosen for any number of things.
But I think there's also something to be said for sort of the post-apocalyptic thing, because it's a lot easier to just sort of explain insane quantities of gratuitous violence. Because it's just like, society's collapsed. Don't worry about it. We'll just.
It's really easy for people to explain things. I would say, it's either zombies or post-apocalyptic future. That way, people don't have to deal with the modern-day societal problems.
Well, because that's
I just want to play a fucking video game. I just want grotesque violence.
It's an escape. At the end of the day, it's just an entertainment form, just like movies or television. It's just more interactive. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like watching documentaries or super realistic shit because they want to use it to maybe not escape might not be the correct word, but just turn off for a little bit.
Sense.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
you're saying is I'm a big jerk?
No, yes. I didn't say that at all.
Yes.
You know how I feel about you.
He's saying we should all buy that game because it's not bad.
Yes, buy it for free.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And play it with Cerberus.
Yeah.
Because we love you. For the 5 viewers who will be seeing this video.
Yeah, all of whom are already in Cerberus.
Yeah, all of whom will probably play already.
I don't see a video here.
No, we'll make a video. It'll just be Doktor dancing shirtless.
Oh, I'm imagining just crappily copy-pasted pictures of us. And each time our mouths move a little bit.
What the hell was that?
Fucking Jimmy.
I'm not gonna tuck it back. I'm not gonna tuck it back if I'm dancing.
Whoa. Don't tuck it back. Don't tuck it back.
Fucking Jimmy.
I'm gonna butter your bread.
I'm gonna butter your bread.
So why interspersed in between our podcasts we have some heavily breathing man come in here?
Because Cerberus is full of diversity, and we are accepting, not very playful with each other, but...
Well, Castle, have you been listening to any NPR lately?
Yeah.
NPR is great, isn't it? I like NPR.
I'll not turn this... I mean, why would you
know about that?
I think the question here is, why was that suddenly brought up?
I want to talk about the issues.
No.
No one wants to fucking talk about the issues. Why don't you think NPR isn't that fucking popular?
Wait.
It's only popular because of fucking Prairie Home Companion. And
if somebody is looking to us for news, then we should be denying them that.
God help them
be
all.
Looking elsewhere.
Let's do our own car talk.
God have mercy on their soul.
So I got a problem with my car. It's on fire. Well, let's make a few jokes and
stop living in London.
Too soon. Too soon.
Not that many people died.
Not soon enough.
It's like 3 people died.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
God damn it! I was hoping for more.
Oh, this is no. Now I am Captain Empathy.
Yep.
You are Dr. Betrayal.
Get with it, Jim. You haven't been around in years.
Yeah, you've been gone.
You don't know that I'm now Captain Racist.
Since you've been gone, I know.
This is nothing new to me.
I don't think you know me as good as my real friends now.
That begs a good question, though. Doctor, what was it like living with Jimmy's beard?
I never stopped hearing about it. And then he cut it off into a creepy molester mustache.
See, what I never stopped hearing about was how much better mine was than his.
Oh, then you shaved it.
That's the correct term.
Oh, why did you shave it? You shaved it, though, so...
I was sick of making you cry. I came home every day and you were just in a puddle of your own tears.
I was in a puddle of something.
Every story is better when it's with that voice.
But you told me they were tears.
Oh, no. Well, is that why you started drinking them?
Too far.
Nerd tears.
I think it's just getting too serious now. I miss your long hair and creepy molester mustache. That was amazing. Do you have pictures of it?
I think I have one of right after I shaved my beard.
Yeah.
No.
We come from a bearded organization of apartment dwellers. I'm part of the Utica Beer Club.
Ooh. They had a documentary on beards. They just put on Hulu.
Well, you have quite a wonderful beard as well, don't you, Flanlord? Or is that gone?
I did. Here's where I ran into trouble though. I thought I was going to the dentist on Friday. As it turns out, I wasn't. I'm actually going Monday. But what I do when I go to the dentist is I shave the lower part of my lip and above my lip. Sort of like the dentist manner beard. so I don't have to deal with your whiskers.
I've never heard of that. That is amazing. Tell me more.
Yeah.
You still
yeah,
are very
it's-
polite to your dentist.
Fuck the dentist.
Well-
have him work around it.
No, I
Don't say that.
I
agree
don't
with
want to
that.
anger somebody that's got power tools several inches into my throat.
I don't think he'll get angry. I mean, I haven't been to the dentist in a while with my beard.
That
So
will
he-
make him angry. Not going there.
What the
They always get pissed off about that.
Yeah, they're always angry though. Like if I took as good a care of my teeth as he wants me to, I wouldn't have to go to him, and he would be out of a job. So
Yeah, they usually. Well, I'm not going to tell you about how to floss your teeth because you're not going to fucking listen to me, asshole. Goddamn dentists always making you feel bad.
that's part of their
do.
job.
They do make you feel horrible. Like I've just failed high school. Is what it feels like.
Because it's the easiest
Well-
thing, and it's one of the easiest things to take care of.
I'm
Then
gonna
it's
say,
like it.
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
say, I think dentists are just upset that they're not taken as seriously as they think they should be.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though. If I say
chose to
the
be
phrase
dentists.
"a real doctor," you immediately know I'm not talking about a dentist. But they get just as much school. I mean,
So true, so
I'd
true.
be pretty salty about that too.
Yeah, but they make a lot of money. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to deal with people's teeth all day. I mean,
Yeah,
That was a,
all
that
you
was a
get-
choice
They
they
kinda
made. No
signed
one,
up for that when
since
they
we're
went to
not fucking
school.
communists, no one held up a gun to their head and said, "You're gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
a fucking dentist."
yeah, because that happened all the time.
I'm pretty sure that happened.
That's exactly how it happened.
I'm
I'm
pretty sure that's
pretty-
exactly how it
Communist land.
And then everybody made the same amount of money, and then
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
that's how they became a superpower.
Yep.
Yeah, and now everyone in
Also-
Europe has terrible teeth.
Yep. This
That's
is all
true.
By the way,
making sense.
guys,
It's
by
very
the
true.
way,
sense.
The
I
British just don't
put
have
a
an
link
excuse,
up
though.
to the best picture in the world.
Nobody can see it. It's a podcast, douchebag.
I will.
Well, to people who really matter,
We'll
like
have
us.
we'll
Not
have
the
like a
people
link
listening.
dump or something. Somebody just copy all the links that have been sent.
I like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's not the creepy mustache,
You
though.
look like
That
I know
works.
it's not.
you look like a dude, like a guy from like the 1940s, like a ringmaster.
I feel like you should
from a
be-
circus.
You should have
Named
been in the
Tito.
gangs of New York.
Dude, oh shit.
Oh man,
Now I feel bad because I don't have a picture of my Civil War beard.
Nah, they
You
would have
should
been
be, 'cause
outdone by
this
this
is pretty
anyway.
cool.
I
You
believe
look like you should be from Final Fantasy 14.
Jim
No, I
is some
think
sort of
Gangs
Neanderthal
Gangs of
man.
New York makes sense.
What about those huge things?
Those huge. What?
Yes.
Why are you talking
What
about
things? What?
those huge things that do stuff and say things to me
Yes.
at night? Fringe. Don't
That
you have
would
some
be-
sort of
Mustache,
facial
do you
hair?
mean eyebrows?
I have quite a bit of facial hair. It's nothing like beard-tastic.
It's
but-
nothing like Beardo over there.
I think
No.
I think the
It's
only
because
picture
I,
of Cringe.
I don't let him get it beard-tastic.
I think the only picture of Cringe I've seen,
Very
it was
bomb,
basically
very bomb, very
like a 10 o'clock shadow.
You guys must
everywhere.
live down
Well,
south,
okay,
right?
okay. If I shave, I look like I'm 12. If I don't shave, I look like I'm 42.
You guys live down south?
He looks like
or-
his father, honestly.
I got the same issue, Cringe, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I like stopped growing taller in like 6th grade. So I'm like 4 feet tall.
Do you
Oh,
have
well,
don't you have
that's
some
your
red
problem.
in your beard there?
Yeah,
You.
I have
it's
gray.
all
Cringe
kinds
is-
of red.
Fucking blonde and gray in my
Yeah,
beard.
you have blonde and gray. It's funny.
Welcome to my world.
I have a ridiculous amount of every color. It's like speckled with red, brown.
It's a
Oh,
rainbow.
That really sounds
I'd
kind of
like to
gross.
see
Rainbow
that a
beard.
rainbow beard.
Rainbow beard. Rainbow bird.
That'd be cool.
The most feared parrot of all. Well, now I have to cut it.
What?
Yay! I'm
Are you
ruining
gonna cut
everything.
yourself out of it, and so you
Yeah,
you know
it's-
you're not
It's just
distancing
gonna
yourself?
it's gonna be like all the videos I have where I just don't pick up my own audio the whole time.
I'm pretty sure that's what's happening right now. It's just that we haven't discovered that his audio is broken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all just talking
discovered-
just this nonsense. No noise.
And we all just laugh randomly just then for no reason at all.
What you should do is just fill it in with the teacher from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Oh.
a picture I found, and I thought that it fit.
I made him a beard.
Were you just
Well.
Googling beards?
That would be so scratchy.
Speaking of beards, you ever see the epic beard toothpick guy? He sticks a bunch of toothpicks on his beard, like hundreds of toothpicks in his beard.
It's always good.
This is my next goal.
The rainbow beard?
No, the one I just posted.
Yeah,
pretty
that's pretty
impressive.
badass.
It's crazy.
Or this.
Whatever he's putting in it to do that shape, though, is absolutely killing its color. Like,
I think it's just that he's about 90 years old.
no, look at the rest
He's
of
not
his hair,
90.
though. He has, like, dark brown hair and like dark brown facial hair, but once it
Yeah.
starts going into like the windmill, it's like someone has bleached me.
Yeah, it does look pretty weird.
Can't get the Just for Men in there.
Why don't we talk about Aeon some more and how you're recruiting
Oh.
for it?
Oh yeah, that's actually something we're doing, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, basically, a lot of us that are kind of fans of MMOs, because we've been playing a lot of shooters lately. We haven't really had an MMO game since Rift fell apart. So we're like, hey, let's play an MMO. And then people were like, let's play WoW. And I was like, no, WoW killed my mother. So we looked around, and Ion was doing some XP boosting stuff for one of the factions to get people up, and we're like, okay, we'll play them. So then we started grinding. We're just sort of grinding up, but I think a lot of people are finding that the grind, even at double XP, is a fairly long one.
Yes, it is. I mean, I think it's probably going to be worth it, but...
Yeah, it's a very long grind, but I think it's going to be extremely rewarding. Like, once you're done with that grind, you're going to be like, yeah, I fucking did it. And you're going to put it on your resume, and when people hire you, they're going to be like, holy shit, you hit 55 in Ion?
Your MMO cred will skyrocket, for sure.
Yeah, they'll know that you will not give up on any projects that you are working on for them. But, so yeah, we've got a few people now. We got some people sort of not sure how much they're going to be playing or whatever. It looks like we're only going to actually need 6 people to do all but like one of the instances, and we can just sort of join fortress assaults and defenses as we like. But yeah, we're sort of leveling up.
Huge raid type things.
The group is in general level. Is there a wide level range? Like, are people low level people going to have people to jump in with, or is it going to be, like
Napper? Well, actually, Napper just came back like not too long ago. And he's been playing. He's only like level 9?
Yeah, I think he's 9 or 10. We have some people, and at this point, the people that we're starting initially are in the anywhere between the mid to upper 30s, and I think Lamira is almost already 50 because he's just a Welsh robot. But we're definitely getting up there, and one of the nice things that Ion actually has is a mentor system where you can basically just activate mentor mode and just go in and just kill shit for low level characters, and they get all of the experience. So we'll have the ability to help people get up much quicker.
You get people in Fire Temple and just have like 2 people mentoring that guy and just killing shit in there. That is a lot of XP if it's not 6 people in Fire Temple. It's a
why
fuck
bother Fire Temple? Why not just take them to a 50 zone?
Oh,
So
wait. Could they even be able
players-
to... Wait.
Yeah, you just need to get them 2-1, and then you just like every time you kill them off, they get like 200,000 XP or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be
But
some
yeah,
sort of
we can-
restriction in some way.
No.
Like you just get instantaneously
It's a
killed by a
Korean grinder.
mob or some
There's
shit.
no such things as restrictions.
But yeah, I think it's going to be good, and it's just sort of we're playing this at least until Terra or another MMO come out. I know we have a couple people in the Star Wars beta, and it sounds like a lot of them are enjoying it. But we're just looking for a game to play, and
we
right
have
now it's
people in the Star
Ion.
Wars beta.
Yes.
I'm going to have to kill them and steal their computer.
You cannot do that.
It would be better
The
for Castle's health
authenticator
if you
for
didn't.
Star Wars
I am
is
so
actually
fucked.
fingerprints and blood samples.
I've played it already. I'm just asking you how you like it.
I enjoy it, but I am being cautious so I don't lead anyone astray. Do you think that's enough, Flanlord?
Enough?
Yeah.
It's never enough.